and welcome to the Budget Modeler Buddy Build with myself, Steph, and my good friend, Malcolm.
Hello.
How you doing, Malcolm?
Hello. I'm good.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, little old lady.
How are you?
I am fine, thank you very much. What have you been up to over the past couple of days?
Trying to keep my feet warm in the shed.
Yeah.
I've got double layer socks on. I've got regular socks, and I've got some Cool Max socks over the top, thermal-y ones.
Have
And
you
then
got
I've got my feet on like a gel mat thing as well, and then I've got a blanket over my legs like an old man. As it was super cold in here. I don't know why. It's not particularly cold outside, but it has been all week. But for some reason in here, really cold. So I can't see my breath anymore, so it must be warming up.
Yeah. Well, all I've got on is my Dr. Martin desert boots.
Mm-hmm.
They are lovely and warm.
No socks.
Pair of socks underneath, and that's it.
Ooh.
Have you ever tried oilskin socks?
Yes.
I like those.
Yes. Oh, good.
We used those on when we were filming Fury. That kept us nice and warm. They did.
Toasty.
Oh.
Yeah. So I've been doing that. I've been out and about, visiting places, as you know, because you were there.
Yep.
Been doing a little bit on the Corsair. Did a little bit last night. Just a teeny weeny bit. And I will have to nip off. Like I said, if the doorbell rings, I might have to shoot. Because going to get a delivery at 12 o'clock, which is perfect timing.
Yeah.
What about you? What have you been up to?
Little bit of it, little bit of that. Do you want to talk about yesterday?
Yeah, yesterday.
Oh no, not yesterday. Wednesday.
Yes, of course I can. Sure.
Cool.
What did we do Wednesday then? Where did we go?
I believe we went down south to Bicester, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. Yep. We went down there, and there was a Armed Forces tournament, Warhammer tournament.
Yep.
And they were raising money for Models for Heroes, which is very, very kind of them.
Very kind.
And over the course of the last couple of weeks, they've been working hard, organising it, and running a Just Giving page, and they've raised £3,500.
I know, that's immense.
Yeah.
Absolutely immense.
I knew it was going to be a lot when they had the check was, as big as me.
I disappeared behind it. You couldn't see. All you could see was just the top of my head and the tips of my boots. That was it. It was that big.
It was a big check. Yeah.
Then again, I am a hobbit.
Yes. So that was really nice. That was nice. And then we just spent the entire day with them, didn't we?
Yes.
There was 150 plus armed forces from all around the UK in different regiments, different wargaming clubs, playing Warhammer, rolling dice and shouting a lot.
Oh, there's lots of shouting, wasn't there?
Mm-hmm.
Not sure what that was about.
Something to do with the orcs.
Yes.
Something happens and then they shout.
Yeah, Liam did explain what it was. One of the orcs went on a rampage or something, and they just shout, yay, and everybody else goes, yay, and it's like, okay, fine. But then it's army. They're weird people.
I don't know if it's a good thing. I think it is a good thing when he shouts. Not a bad thing. But that was good. Well organised, it seemed, although they had a few teething problems. You weren't there at the end, were you, at the very end?
No.
It was going on a bit, but they had a bit of a dispute about who was the winner. Ooh, that's the doorbell.
Oh.
Yeah, they had a bit of a dispute with the winner, so but that was resolved pretty quickly. It was just a little bit of maths issue. Right, I'm going to have to nip off.
Okie dokie.
And I'll be back in a sec.
Yep, I'll go through the comments. So we've got Steve from TSM says, hello. Hello, Steve. There's me replying to him. Mr. Marley's in saying, hello. Hello, John. John Marley says, foreskin socks, did he say? I could have sworn. Oil skin. Oh, what you like, mate? Fantastic effort. Good on them. Oh, was it ever, mate? It was brilliant. And Steve says Bicester is near me. Yeah. You got your caps lock stuck on, Steve. And there he goes. Whoops, caps lock. Cool. Right, while we're waiting for Malcolm, I will put myself full screen. Hello. And I'm going to press that button, click that button. That's ready to go. So, I've been playing with my cry cut machine this morning. And if I go into that as well and click the button, there we go. So that's how it's looking from Monday. No change. Still looking quite smart. I'm happy with that. Needs another couple of thin coats of blue, and then that should be done. And this is, let's just pop me on solo so you can see this. I don't know whether you can see this, but that, let's try and angle it slightly. No, you can't see it on there. This is the film that I'm using. Let's find one that I won't be using. There we go. So what you do is you get a very sharp pointy implement, something like a dental pick, and then you do what they call a bit of weeding. So you get your spot in there, and you pray that your cricket machine, there we go, and then this goes, for example, you spray the colour you want, you pop that on, you smooth it down, and then there you go. Then you can spray over it, and then when you're ready, you pull it off. Awesome, awesome. I do like this, and I've just pulled a load of blue off. Great. I hope it's not going to do that every time, but yeah, that's what I've got to do. So I've got to mark up these, which ones are going where, put some marks on them so I can spray on here, put these on, then line them all up. And yeah. How the hell have I cut myself? Good Lord. So yeah, I've got to cut me sen. So yeah, it's my new cricket machine. Mr. Marley goes, oh, lovely. Thank you very much, mate. Really appreciate that. And oh, that's looking cool, Steph. Thank you. So going back to the cry cut machine. Oh dear Lord. Oh, I've got it set to share screen, haven't I? Right, so there we go. That one and that one, they need deleting. And these are all I'm going to be using. So it's this one and this one that I'm going to be using. So yeah. Because what you could do is, first of all, you put them on transfer tape. I've lost my there it is. So I'm gonna kill the cry sort of cut software because it's killing my system. So yeah, these, the big ones will be going on the wings. So I've got to work out which goes where and everything else and sort them out. And then you get a bit of transfer film or a bit of masking tape. Pop the masking tape over the top, cut it out, chuck it on, take the masking tape off, and then do spraying, put the next one back on, etc., etc. And then you're all jobbed, and it's all ready to rock and roll. So that's what I'll be doing in a bit once Malcolm has come back, and we can have a look what Malcolm's done, see how he's getting on. I was talking to one of the beneficiaries yesterday at my face-to-face, and he's enjoying this build, and he says, what really surprises me is how different your build sequences are. So yeah, and it is. Everybody builds differently. Everybody has a different way of building things, and it's interesting to see that. Oh, is that Malcolm back? No, it's not. So what are you lot building? What are you lot up to? Let us know in the comments. Pop them in there. And in the new year, I may be looking for somebody else to come and join me and do a buddy build. So if you've got a camera set up and you feel comfortable doing it online, and we have a model that we're both doing, then maybe we can get a buddy build going. So that would be fun. So let's just bring this back up again because it's gone low. Oh, crumbs. As you know, I have a oil heater that I use for my decals. Look at that lump of ice, Malcolm.
Oh my gosh.
That's the lump of ice out of my oil heater. How cold it got in here.
Oh my god. I need to get ice in the oil.
It's not, it's water. It was an oil burner, but I use it for heating the water up and doing my decals. So it was recently filled with water and it's got icy. So yeah.
There you go. Not very good for decals today then.
No, but it would be when I heat it up. Stephen says, well, it's way too cold in my shed, so I've had the PC, etc. on a table indoors, but I have to dismantle it all on Sunday afternoon, sometime after the Muddles Hero stream. Okay. So, Malcolm, where are you on your build?
Right, yo, let me switch my camera. One of these lights is not working, which is annoying because I've just moved it. So you'd think it would be working. That's annoying. Never mind. So, where am I? Here we go. So I've got my base. I thought I'd do my base today, but I'll come to that in a minute. My progress has been rather good. I'm rather happy. At first glance, it might not. It's not been done, but the because the wings and everything are still the same. Still got the mask skulls, still got the chromate color on there, ready for when I put the blue on, but I'm a bit of a step behind you, I guess. But what I worked on recently, and I'm very sorry my light stopped working, because you might be able to see in there, but
that looks brilliant.
Yeah, it's even better in focus.
Yeah. There's an app for that, isn't there? There we go. Nice.
So there's a bird's nest in the corner. Yeah, see that? And then the leather is kind of degraded and everything else. The seat's kind of damaged and moldy. I've chipped up loads of stuff in there and rusted it and put some loads of different colors in. There's something growing in the corner as well.
Nice.
It's a greeny color. And yeah, and it's just, bashed up and yuck. I was gonna make some vines or something, sort of growing up on the front, maybe.
Yep.
But yeah, I've just done a very sort of. There's only like 3 or 4 colors in there, just to make it look really kind of old and like as if it's been open for a very long time. And like I said, I'm only going to have the cockpit just slightly open, so that is going to be slid back just slightly. That'll be obviously the front cockpit part will be where it's supposed to be. It's about there. and then the back will be just slightly open. There'll be a small gap, so you only be able to see a little bit through there anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's it's there. There's a birdie nest in there. I won't put any eggs in there, but it's good because they've already gone. But so it's there. So yeah, I've done that. So I thought I would work on the base a little bit, and I think I will probably paint it. Do most of the blue before I put it on the base.
Yeah.
But I wanted to make sure I knew exactly how I was going to put it down. Which way around it was going to be. Considering the back and all that sort of thing. I wasn't planning on hanging it up.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't matter which way around it goes. But and whether I wanted to have it so that this part here was perfectly square, or whether I wanted to have it just slightly off, or whether I want it like that, or what. So I was going to do that, and I was going to put some PVA into the base here, and put some sand on it just to start it, and then I won't put any at all on the bits where it's touching, so that it can sink in as low as it can.
Mm-hmm.
I might have some kind of over the top here.
Yeah.
And I definitely need to cover, because I haven't done any work on this at all, so that'll have to be covered up in like a pile of sand as well.
Yep.
As if it's kind of gone down wing first. Looks like.
Yeah.
And then also, I've very briefly just started to think about the propeller. So I wasn't sure last time whether I was going to have it on or off, and I think I'm going to have it on. I'm going to go for it on. If it looks stupid, I'll just have it off.
Yeah.
So at least I'll have a go. So I'm going to start bending this prop back as well. They're pretty like 90-degree bends, aren't they? Almost.
Yeah.
When they hit the ground, they get knocked back and back and back and back, don't they? So they end up being cracked back. Are they metal blades, or they be wood?
I believe they're metal blades. What are you going to be doing? Heating it up to bend it?
I will, yes. I'll heat it up and do like a stretch sprue thing, but without stretching it, but bending it. Yeah. And then I'll do that. So yeah, that's my plan.
Cool. Looking forward to that.
Yep.
That's going to look good.
So yeah. So I guess as they come down, that's why they bend, isn't it? Because they're being pushed back and they're spinning still.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
So.
Oh, hello everyone in the chat. Sorry, I haven't said hello to everyone yet.
Steve,
so yeah, let me know your thoughts in the chat whether you think I should have it so it's tail sticking over the end, or if it should have more space at the front, or more space at the back, or what.
Yep.
What you think.
So Steve at Telescale Model says, "Was that Avon at the door, Malcolm?" Hee hee.
Was it Avon at the door? Hey, if I'm calling. No, it wasn't. No, it was a donor. He had several magazines, several books, all on weathering, and he had a few unstarted kits as well to donate. He was the sci-fi builder, and he likes to buy kits for the specific Greeblies. Like the back of the Millennium Falcon, for instance. He actually likes to buy the kits that they used.
Yeah.
And some of them he bought in error, or had bought 2 of them, and so that was what he was donating.
Oh, brilliant!
Yeah.
So, that's awesome of him.
Yeah. So I'll take those back up to the unit later on.
Cool.
And he's only local, so that was nice.
Why not?
Yeah, I'd like to see him again.
Cool. Excellent. What we got? Mr. Marley says, I've started an Edward F190A3 with a Quintus Studios interior set, going down very nicely. Oh, cool. What scale's that? 148? 132nd? Steve at TSM says, I saw the pictures you put up the other day. Cockpit looks way cool. I do like the seat cushion.
I do like a good seat cushion.
Yes, we do like a good seat cushion. John Marley says 148 scale Edward weekend kit, and I've been dabbling with German World War II figures because I want to get better. That's the way you do it.
Mm-hmm.
He also says aluminium blades, steel hub, just as it is now, I reckon, Malcolm.
Yes, okay. That's my plan.
So, Oh, poo pants and buggeration. No, with this, I haven't got enough space in between each one. Oh, pig poo.
What do you mean?
On my sheet,
Yeah.
I need a lot more space between them.
I can't see what you've got on the sheet.
You can't see what's on there. But between each one, there's only about 2 mil. And I need a good 5-10 mil between each one. So I'm going to have to reprint those. I'm probably have to
for overspray?
To stop overspray, yeah.
Okay. Do you not mask it underneath? Like mask and then mask the aircraft and then put it on?
Could do. Let's cut one out and see where we go.
Yeah, that's annoying, isn't it?
Yeah.
How long did it take?
Oh, about 2 minutes.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's really annoying. I bloody light. Oh, there we go. Suddenly started working. Well, that's weird.
Yay.
It's because I was about to think I'll throw it away and get a new one, and then it said, no. Psych.
It's okay. You don't need to do that. I'm working perfectly fine now. Please don't throw me away.
I take it back. There you go. There's my light back on. Yeah, cool. Yeah, it's been good doing these. We were talking about this on Wednesday, weren't we? And it's forcing us to do some model making.
Yes. It's forcing us to finish off models as well.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't know about you, I'm a huge procrastinator. That's one of the reasons I started the channel as well.
Okay, so the focal point on this whole thing is going to be, so that's going to be the front. So the focal point is going to be around here. This is going to be the main bit, I reckon. That's what I'm going to work hard on because of the the Hellcat picture. That's where the photograph is from.
Yeah.
And so that's going to be got to be in the center. So as it is now, it's probably about right. Then I don't want to put too much stuff down here to draw the eye away. But then I don't mind. I like the idea of having like a couple of palm trees that are here and it kind of got knocked down.
Yeah.
Or something. Or maybe not palm trees here because obviously how did it end up there? New foliage, maybe.
Ooh.
So, yeah, I think that will do it. Does a sci-fi builder have a YouTube channel? No, he doesn't. Not that I know of. No, but I will see him again. I'll ask him. He doesn't have a YouTube channel. How does he get stuff done? How does he do his work?
Yeah.
Oh, the other thing I've done this week, it's nothing to do with these, but I've just put bases on these dudes.
All right, cool.
Sat on my shelf for ages.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have a bit of a change around in the shed a little bit in January. So these were on the shelf. So I was like, I've got to put those somewhere and move them. And what I did the other day is I put so I'm now in front of my computer again where my keyboard usually is. But now my keyboard's over here.
Right.
Yeah. And then I've got space underneath my main monitor, which is up there. I've got all this space right in front of me, and then of course all this space on the left-hand side.
Yeah.
Need way more space than I had originally planned. More space than I know what to do with.
There you go. That's what I printed off this morning.
Yeah. What's that then?
Deadpool on the shitter.
Okay.
It's a friend of mine. She's very heavily into Deadpool.
Oh right. No, okay.
This is her Christmas. Yeah, this is her Christmas present.
Oh, I see. What is he doing with his weapons there?
It's what he's done. He's probably just fired it and he's going across the muzzle.
See. What, the gun or his?
Yeah.
Ah.
So he's blowing the smoke out the muzzle.
He's blown out one end as well.
Yeah. Okay, so we've got some comments. Where are we? Steve at TSM does the sci-fi bill. Okay, you just answered that one. Edward with a ship. Afternoon, everyone. Afternoon, Edward.
Hey, dude.
Hope you're well. Mr. Marley says, I thought you started the channel, Steph, because of the simple joy of recording you swearing for a full 20 seconds just to go back and bleep it all out. Actually, I don't swear on the film because the film I take all the sound off. Actually, the swearing is on a voiceover because the sound in here is awful. And if I do part of the sound from in here and part of the sound inside, the difference is quite large.
Aye.
There we go. Pop the compressor on. Do a bit more blue. Because it looks like I'm going to have to reprint this lot.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're all wrong. I printed the wrong bloody style off like a prat. All right, I need that. I need my Prussian blue.
Have you got the original decals there?
Yeah, but they're American ones, aren't they?
Oh, you're not doing American vehicle, are you?
Nope, I'm doing a Royal Navy.
Yeah.
Oh, good Lord, even my paint water's frozen.
Oh, wow.
It's just ridiculous.
Oh, that's all right.
I know what I'm going to be doing this afternoon.
Sealing it all up?
Yeah, I'll have to seal it before I put the decals on.
I mean, the shed.
Oh, the shed, yes. Definitely sealing that bugger up.
What are your plans for the Christmas period then? What are you
I
doing?
We're picking up Lisa's daughter on the 22nd.
Yeah.
Well, we're on standby for that. Her dad's picking her up.
Okay, cool.
So we're on standby in case he can't make it because he's got something called FMD. And he's not a well hexed, bless him. So we will probably be picking her up. And then she'll be with us until Christmas lunch. And then she's going to her dad's for Christmas lunch. Oh. Then Christmas Day, we're at Lisa's dad's.
Yeah. Lisa cooking, or is you cooking, or what's the plan?
Both of us are cooking. Well, actually, no. I think her dad's doing the cooking. He wants to do the cooking, so it's like, okay, that needs to be thinned out a bit more. So yeah, he'll be doing the cooking. Then afternoon, where Lisa and I are off up to Leicester to see friends of mine for Christmas Day, Boxing Day, and the day after. And then back to normality until New Year's.
Yay.
What about you?
Just staying here. Just staying here. I haven't been invited out anywhere, so that makes it easy. And I invited my parents over, but my mum's a bit poorly at the moment, so she's not going to come.
Oh,
Dad's looking after her, so he won't be coming either. So.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Hope it's nothing too bad.
Huh?
Hope it's nothing too bad.
No, I don't think so. So yeah, I'll be alright. I'll speak to them on the phone. And then my in-laws are going to my wife's sister's house instead of ours this year.
Right.
So we'll just be the family, the close family.
Nice.
Yeah. And then probably Boxing Day, we'll probably either travel to in-laws' house or I don't know actually, because they'll be up this amazing stuff. Yeah, so we might go to my sister-in-law's house for Boxing Day. Don't know. We'll see. We'll see. We've got Panto tickets booked as well.
What are you going to go and see?
I can't remember what it is. Cinderella, I think. Pantomime. But that'll be up at the Newbury Theatre on Exchange.
Mm-hmm.
That's always quite fun. The kids love it.
And you're telling me you don't love it as well?
I'll tolerate.
Yeah, of course. And I bet you're the first one to shout, "It's behind you!"
I've been known to enjoy myself at pantomime. Get friendly with the dame, you know. He's a very funny actor. Plays him.
Who is it?
Eh?
Who is it?
Oh, I don't know. It's just a local. I assume it's just a local Amdram guy, but he's very good.
Cool.
Lots of typical Dane jokes, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's good. And then you get like sweets chucked at us, or water sprayed at us, or foam, or God knows what else.
Yeah.
It was what was it last year? Was it foam shaped rocks?
Oh, good Lord.
Yeah, there's like boulders being chucked out in the audience. It's a bit weird, but yeah, kids like it. I'll be doing that.
Excellent. It's what you need, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Doing a lot of boo and hiss and all that sort of thing. They do this one thing every single year, and they probably do it everywhere. But they start doing there's like a song at the end, and you have to have there's
yes,
movements, dance moves that you have to do, very simple ones, and then they pick one dad out who's clearly either not getting into it or just happens to be at the front somewhere, and they pick him out and get him stand up to demonstrate to everyone else how to do it because he's not doing it. And I've never been picked out.
Oh, mate!
I'm like, what do I need to do? I'm 6'5", sitting at the front. Why do they never pick me? Maybe it's because I'm too enthusiastic,
Don't be enthusiastic. Sit there, Mr. Grumpy Bum.
Yeah, arms folded. I ain't doing no.
I ain't doing no shit like that.
Yeah, I'm not a dog. I'm following orders. You. Yeah.
Right, got a couple of comments to read through. Edward says, "What's normality?" John Molly says, "The finish you gents achieve make me either want to improve or pack it all in and just drink beer instead." Oh no, keep going, Mr. Marley. Don't you dare. Thankfully, it's Friday night here. Go for it. And he says, "I suppose you've seen the message from Katori, a 2-month delay for shipping their pre-orders. Very happy to wait." Okay.
That the new Spitfire.
Yeah.
is that, are they not happy with Are they not happy with the way it's been built, or is there a delay in logistic something or other, or what do you reckon that is then? Does he say? John? My first thought was there was something to do with the postal strike in the UK, but it can't be that.
No, that I don't think that's anything to do with what's going on down there.
Yeah. It's the email from Richard, or it'll be from John. Okay. Yeah, forward it on to me. That'd be good.
What's that?
He says he's going to forward the email to me from Katari. Katari means kingfisher in Maori. I heard.
Yep, Edward says, I waited almost a year for my new car. Anything less these days is fast.
Was your car all right yet on Wednesday?
Yeah, got me home okay. Not a problem.
I had fun trying to get out of where I was. I was parked on the other side of, you go round those ISOs to go to the loo, and I was parked around to the right, just walking across where the snow was. So I parked on the snow.
Oh.
And then a slight hill. So starting off and trying to move that out of the way in reverse with it full of stuff as well. That was.
Oh, but that was fun.
Yeah, that was interesting. Now they had all the tables are going in the back of like a huge support track.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oshkosh or Oshbosh something on the front of it.
All right.
Yeah, it was quite bizarre watching these wargaming tables going onto a military vehicle. At lunchtime, when I was on the phone to chat to my mum, I was round the back on there, but I don't know if you saw, but there was about 12 mastiffs.
Oh, in the hangar? Yes.
And where I was standing by the door, I had to move out of the way because we were going to run over one.
Yeah, I saw one tootling around earlier on in the day.
Yeah.
Right, so there's a second coat of blue on.
Uh-huh.
And as we're here, I'm going to... And John Marley says, Sacred Kingfisher. They're gorgeous and local to my area too. Oh, very nice.
Right. I wonder if they're like our ones.
Not sure.
A bit. I get it. If they had different feathers, they kind of look like a kookaburra, wouldn't they? It's that sort of beak on them.
Yeah. So what I'm going to do, Malcolm, if you don't mind, I'm going to sit and work on my jobbers. Mr. Marley says, beautiful plumage.
It doesn't enter into it.
So
it's pining to the 132nd
top of the wings.
I never wanted to be a pet shop owner. I wanted to be a lumberjack.
But is he okay?
Yeah, it's always okay. Cuts down trees. Wears high heels. Goes to the lavatory.
Suspenders in a bra.
Oh, suspenders in a bra? Bleed.
Anybody want to see it?
Live mask making.
Yep. Right, I managed to get a copy of these Royal Naval decals. They're actually from a Hawk Tempest. But the 1/72 and the right size. And the one I need is that one there for the upper wing. Tail bit. And this one here for the fuselage. Edward says, a few years ago, I drove a school coach. Overnight, 4 inches of snow fell and nothing was gritted. I still went out, collected all the kids, to their disappointment, and then delivered them to school. And about 20 minutes later, you had to go back to school to pick them up and take them home. Because none of the teachers could be bothered to get in there. There you go, 20 minutes later, I was back to take them all home. None of the teachers had got in. All the other school buses. Well done you, mate. John Marley, everything I learned about Cromwell, I learned from the Pythons. And John Marley says, good story, Edward.
Edward had all the snow chains on and things, did he?
Edward Millership says, oh, looked up at the screen. I've got spots in front of my eyes, or roundels. They're actually called cockades. That is the correct term for them. And it's something I only found out at Telford last year.
Did you ask Crockade why they were called Crockade then?
Yep, because we sat next to the cockade and crosses table.
John, you need to update your contact. That is a very old web email address that you sent it to there. But I've got it. Thank you. Email. My email address is Malcolm.
There you go. John Marley goes, well.
My email address, John, is malcolm.childs@modelsforheroes.org.uk. But luckily, I've set up a thing recently where I could grab all the .co.uk ones and they all get sent to my other ones. So I guess it doesn't matter.
Edward also goes on to say, no, I took my Class 1 driving test in Germany in similar conditions and still passed. All good.
Okay, so there's basically an email saying that the production is slower than they thought it would be. Still blaming COVID, and they're not quite happy with the fit of some of the parts, so it's going to be delayed. Fair enough.
Is that Qatari?
Yeah. I guess if they're not happy with releasing a product, then I would rather them wait until they're happy.
Oh, yeah.
And on the same email, it says if you wish to get a refund. go for it. Good Daddy. Okay. What I'm going to do is also seal the other side of this. Once they start pouring PVA in it, if it comes out on the other end, it's going to be a bit messy.
Yes, just a bit.
Speaking of messy, did you watch the France game? Morocco.
No.
Oh, it's really good. It's quite worth watching the highlights. It looked like a very good game of football. I didn't watch it. My wife watched it. She says it was end-to-end stuff.
Cool.
And the crowd just whistled every time the French got the ball. It was quite a spectacle. Even though France lost, it could have quite easily been like eight each. You know.
France didn't lose. Morocco lost.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, is that what I said? Yeah, even though France lost. Where's the final? Is it tomorrow?
I believe so, yes.
Had a good chat with John for the first time online. I've never actually seen him before. I chatted to him, so I had a good chat with him on Zoom about his next project of setting up something very similar to M4H in Ausland. And I said to him, start small. Start with one little local session that you run.
Yeah.
See what happens. Oh, it reminds me, actually, I was going to look into what our remit, if it can stretch to the Australian armed forces as well. It's part of the Commonwealth, so they might be under the same. Not sure where to look that up. You know, whether they're considered to be the same. What's the word? The same organization.
Yeah.
Okay, so website's gone a bit weird. The font's not working. Who do we support? Yeah, so it says what does it say? Yeah, it's just so our aims, as written in our constitution, is to support format and current armed forces. Sorry.
Just going to go through some comments.
Oh, sorry.
says Sunday. Jamali, kinda. The French applied cockades because it was a symbol of revolution. The Brits simply reversed the colours, put cockades on whatever caps that is, forage caps. Isn't a monarchist on foraging caps isn't a monarchist symbol, so was renamed universally. Okay. Now Malcolm knows why Bert is my avatar. I'm a dead ringer. Steve says Morocco want the game replays as they put in a major complaint about the ref. Like that's going to happen. Yeah, look up the England game against France. My missus turned around and says she's not a football fan. Not in the slightest little bit. She watched that and looked at it and went, that ref's racist.
Racist?
Yeah, because any foul on any of our black players, he totally ignored. And the only reason he gave the penalty was because he had to. But yeah, sorry. Please carry on, Malcolm. Right, I'm going to have to turn this off because I'm getting quite a bit of light here. So, yeah, you were saying, Malcolm.
That's right. What was I saying? I forgot what I was talking about. Yeah, so that important thing that I was saying.
I can't remember what you're talking about.
I can't remember either. Don't worry. Oh, I know. Models for Heroes remit.
Oh, that's right. Yes, Australia.
I was just looking it up. Right. So our aims as on the Constitution is to support former and current armed forces and emergency service personnel within the UK and overseas territories. So, is Australia considered a territory? I don't know. But then we've got also a clarification on the remit. So it's armed forces and emergency service personnel under two categories. One is any individual currently or formerly, for at least one day, a member of His Majesty's Armed Forces, regardless conflicts, injuries, or discharge reasons. And that includes the Navy, the Marines, Army, RAF, any reserves, and MOD agencies supporting British Armed Forces.
Oh, right. So you can help civil servants.
MOD agencies supporting the British Armed Forces. Civil servants, I don't know.
But they're part of the MOD.
Yeah.
So then we can go into places like Witten.
Yeah, I thought of that. Yeah, well, I think that's there so that it catches the merchant navy.
Right, Australia is not an overseas territory.
Right. Is it under the... it's not part of the Ministry of Defence either, is it?
No.
But is it considered part of His Majesty's Armed Forces?
No. Let's have a look.
Yeah, I don't think it does. But yes, thank you, Edward. I was talking about the remits.
What did he say?
And when it says overseas territories, it means like Cyprus, you know, kind of thing. Falklands.
Mr. Marley says no. It would intend BIOT, Gibraltar, etc. Not Canada, Australia, or New Zealand.
What's BIOT? BIOT.
I'm not sure.
Something overseas territories. But like I said, you know, even if the remit doesn't hit that, I'm quite happy to give my own time, consult and help and steer.
Well, technically, Charles is now King of Australia.
Really?
Yep. Because of the, it doesn't mean any legal constitutional change. Because of the succession, the rules of succession, Queen Elizabeth was the Queen of Australia, and it now automatically changes to Charles.
Good.
So I'm just wondering if there's a loophole there.
Loophole? Don't know. I'll have to speak to legal.
Yes. That would be an interesting one. Oh, British Indian Ocean Territories, Diego Garcia, yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah, because the Americans leased Diego Garcia from us.
Right.
Oh, there we go. That's looking nice.
Yes. That's good. You varnished it, didn't you?
No, that's just a second layer of blue on it.
Oh, wow. Okay. There's like a satin coat on there now.
Yep.
Lovely.
So I'll just leave that to dry properly, and then I'll give it a satin varnish.
What have you been dragging your mouse through?
What do you mean?
It's like brown.
Oh, yeah, there's all sorts of crap and rubbish on there, so neatly cleaned. So bit of rag, bit of homebrew.
And the rest.
Oh, it's got overspray on it and all sorts.
A proper modeler's mouse.
Yeah. It's even worse.
Oh no, I shamed you into cleaning it.
Yes. Oh, there's all sorts of stuff on here. This splatters. It looks like it's lifting the varnish or whatever, the top surface off it as well.
Yeah. Do you remember when I spelt extra thin over my keyboard?
Oh, good Lord, yes.
During Dungeons and Dragons, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Never been the same.
It's an excuse to get yourself a new one.
Oh, I did get a new one, and Models for Heroes now uses my old keyboard with all the sort of scar tissue all over it.
Yeah. Mr. Miley says the Australia Act of 1986 made our government general the commander-in-chief. Obviously, she remains in line with Royal Gazette and intent, but it's like the British Parliament. Better give this a clean. There we go. Bin.
Well, I think should be though. John's on here. I think there should be, and it's not something I want to do because I haven't got the time. But there should be sort of like a conglomerate of hobby armed forces charities or something for the world.
Oh, a bit like the podcasts.
Maybe, yeah, kind of, but a bit more sort of centered on best practice, well-being, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know if you heard of COBSIO before.
No, what's that?
It's Confederation of Service Charities, the
Right.
UK. So I think it was started up by Help for Heroes, and as part of Royal British Legion, Combat Stress are all kind of founding members of this group. So the idea is that they can share not resources so much, but more share ideas and plans, research, that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Sounds like a good idea.
That. Yeah. Because there's the Canadian guys, obviously Netherlands dudes.
Yep.
There's us.
Yep.
And John's coming up the road.
Yes. I believe you and he have had a chat already, haven't you?
Yeah, said that. Oh, didn't you hear that bit?
I probably missed it.
Yeah, I was just saying that we had a chat about it. And I said to make sure don't try and keep everything little and small to start with.
Yeah. And as they say, slowly catch your monkey.
Yep. That's what we said. Kind of like that, yeah. Does Australia have the equivalent of a CIC? Oh, I'm not sure. Not sure. I don't know what it is in Australia. I know registered charity in America is like a 5-1C. Like they have an arm of the government that, just like we do, kind of, that looks after registered charities. The CIC over here is regulated by the company's house. Arm of company's house, the CIC regulator. It's not a registered charity in that way.
Yeah. So it's Company's House that looks after it, is it?
Yeah, completely answered to Company's House. Every year we have to put in our financial statement. Directors have to sign a thing to say what we've been, our aims are, and we followed them and maintained the governance that we said we would. But it's relatively new. I say relatively new. It's not now, but it's a relatively new way of governing things.
Yeah.
The Charities Commission is so very overbearing in terms of decisions and things.
Yeah. In what way?
Wow, just let me think. So, to complete their registration as a charity, they recommend that you get legal representation to do it. Okay.
Yep.
So when I was starting out, I was like, "Oh, okay, fine, yeah. Is there a fund I can apply for so I can get that?" And they say no, there isn't. What you have to do is get yourself legal representation, and then we can only advise. Caroline's calling me. Hang on a sec.
Okay.
Give me a sec. Oh, sorry.
So while we're waiting for Malcolm to come back, I'll give you a quick view of what I've got done so far. And what it looks like. Where are we? Edward says, we're in the process at the VC Hub of becoming a CIC. Oh, nice. Cool. Mr. Miley says, think World War II, Edward. Commonwealth forces were a mix of pure independent units and totally integrated UK regiments, squadrons, etc. Too complicated to totally achieve either one or the other. More than likely. More than likely. So here we go. This is what the Tinker looks like so far. So it needs a load of chipping and everything. I need to do a couple of little bits more just to make it look a bit better. There's the top surfaces. And there's the bottom surfaces. So yeah, do a load of scratches on there and little bits and pieces just to sort it all out. So I just need to let it dry and give it that satin varnish, and then I can start putting decals on and things. So I'll be playing with that this afternoon, getting my decals ready.
Back.
Cool.
Yeah, sorry, she made me lunch. She said your soup's ready.
Okay, well, we'll knock on there then.
No. She forgot that I was
hour.
online. I said, go away. I'm having it later. So I'm having it later.
Ah.
Right.
Everything's looking good, both of them. Thank you.
Yeah.
So you were saying becoming a charity?
Yeah. So legal representation is required to fill in the form. Essentially, it's very difficult to fill in. It's, lots of big words and stuff. So I got a quote, and it was about £5,000 to fill in the forms, to get ourselves to be registered in charity.
How?
Now, the Current Charities Commission requires you to register as a charity if you've raised over £5,000. Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So, in other words, we have to raise £5,000 so that we can pay to be a charity. So I wasn't having none of that.
No, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, none of that. Thank you very much. But, obviously we have to abide by governance, and we have to be seen to be transparent, and we need to be properly run. You know how strict I am about some things.
Oh, good Lord, yes.
To the point of being, annoying, but it's got to be done because people donate money, and we've got to.
It's not annoying, Malcolm. It's the rules, and people have to accept that they're the rules. You have to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's part and parcel of it.
Yep, that's right. And people donate the cash. So we're also part of the fundraising regulator, which isn't even isn't a requirement. And the fundraising regulator, I would say, has the best rules and the best practice.
Yeah,
better than the Charities Commission have. So we follow the fundraising regulator. We pay to be part of it as well.
Yeah.
We sign a thing every year to say that we're gonna. That's why we do all the fundraising licenses and things.
Yeah.
I think it's important. People put a couple of pennies in that pot. They want to know that those pennies are going to do what we said they're going to do.
Yeah, not pay for us to become a charity. Because also, don't you need at least a year's working capital as well?
No, I don't think so. I think, well, to join COBSIO, you need to be operating for 5 years. So to join the Confederation of Service Charities, you don't have to be a charity registered with Charities Commission, but you do have to be running for 5 years. So I wait for my invite.
Yeah. So what are you using there, Malcolm?
I don't know. This is like a flock I got for doing my Dungeons and Dragons figures a long time ago. And it's kind of, well, you can see it's kind of very fine, but also there's got some larger lumps in there. But what I was going to do is going to put that down. And then I haven't got any fine sand yet, but I was going to go, once I've dropped this is dried, Then I was going to go over it with some fine sand. And I just want to get these parts here that I've drawn out. You probably can't see it in that angle, but I've drawn out where where I want the lowest parts to be.
Yeah.
And that will be covered in this, and then the rest of it will be covered in sand.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks quite glittery, but this isn't.
Yeah.
Don't know what it is.
Chinchilla sand's good for that.
Yeah, something like chinchilla sand or play sand.
Yeah.
Or I wasn't going to use the cat litter.
Well, if you grind it up, as long as
I'll have to sieve it first.
Oh, please. Get all the brown bits out.
The chunky bits. Yeah.
Right, got a couple of comments. John Molly says, all Australian, Canadian, New Zealand Victoria Crosses are no longer forged from the Crimea cannons, but our government won't admit it publicly because of a potential huge backlash. But I'm trying not to actually care. That is naughty. That is very naughty. Edward says, looks like fine ballast. No, John, we're not going to be using anything like that. Yeah, Malcolm's quite uncontrollable in other people's streams, so I'm not going to feed him any of that or suggest that even.
Or even say the word.
Exactly. Edward says, just remember to clean the grinder before putting it back in the kitchen cupboard. I've got my own one in here that I use.
You got your own one in the end. You're not allowed to use the one in the kitchen.
Yeah. Even though I did clean it, she went, why is there some red bits on it? I don't know.
No, it's like green grass. Oh, who's been doing that?
Wasn't me. But
Wait. I was just going to check my box to see if I've got, excuse me, any fine sand, and I don't.
I've got some fine sand. It's not much good for you because you're down there and I'm up here.
Yeah. No, I need to get some myself. I want to get lots of twigs and roots and stuff like that. I've bought some plastic flowers. Plastic flowers? No, little miniature plastic plants.
All right.
For aquariums and bases and things like that. I don't know if you've seen Mel Bose's Burma build.
Oh right.
Different plants and things, and he has used like trimmings off those and stuck those in the base. So I've kind of copied that, what he's doing. This is his jungle thing.
Here you go.
Yeah.
I got my palm trees.
Oh yeah. Where did you get those from?
I bought them at Selweg.
Yeah.
For my thingy build. My AT Samba build. So I've got several different types and heights and styles.
Yeah. That's cool. Yeah, that's the sort of thing I need. I don't want it. I want it to look completely unkempt, so I'll have to do extra bits and pieces to it. Like you've got yours. All those have been trimmed, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how dense I'm going to have it either. We'll see. We'll see. So yeah, that's going to sit in there. It's going to be lighter coloured sand now.
Yeah.
And then this side, I'm not going to put it right down because it's not dry, but this side will be kind of covered over. Exciting.
Cool.
Exciting. It's going to be quite heavy once it's full.
Yes, it should be.
Mm.
More comments. Oh, done that one, not done that one. Edward says, just remember to clean the... No, done that one. And John White says, your own grinder, why am I not surprised? Because I got told off. So I had to use my own grinder.
Mm.
Because somebody wasn't happy with me using it.
Funny that.
Yeah. Don't know why she got stuck on about it, but hey.
She didn't make a cup of coffee with it and have bits floating in it, she?
No, she didn't have floaters. Then I would have been in trouble.
Yes.
Yes, serious trouble for that one. Mr. Marley says, this is surprisingly very interesting to watch how you're doing this, Malcolm.
Well, it's for me too. It's very surprising. I've never done anything like this before. Well, similar things, not on this sort of scale though. Usually it's little bases or something.
Yeah.
The other thing I've got, I got from Dragon Badger Scenics, which is one of our volunteers, has a company called that, and he done it's a sort of sand and little bits and things like that in there. But the bit's a bit too big, and I haven't got enough. I might use a bit more of that.
Yeah. Do you drink lots of tea in your house, Malcolm?
Sorry, say again?
Do you drink lots of tea in your house?
Yeah, we do. So I could have the tea leaves, couldn't I?
Yep. Tea leaves are great. Whop them through the grinder for a couple of seconds.
Yeah.
And then mix it in with mud from the back garden. But what you do with mud is you stick it on a tray, stick it in the oven, dry it out.
Right.
And then you mix everything together. Make sure everything's dried out. Because if you don't, it'll go mouldy and horrible.
Right. Yes.
I've learned that through experience.
They smell amazing.
Oh, yes. Did I just hear Steph say he's on grinder? Says Steve. No, I have my own grinder. And John Miley says, hang on, not the app. My mistake. Oh, dear.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, of course you don't.
Well, I sit waiting for that to dry. I'll be here all day. So that's a bit boring.
Yeah. So should we knock it on the head there?
We can do, yeah.
I've got to leave my my aircraft to dry for a couple of hours.
Oh, I was just going to say the other thing I have done.
Let's have a look. Give me a second.
We haven't talked about is the canopy. I haven't mask dolled it. I need to do that. I need to put the chipping on the edges and things. But what I have done on the inside of here is I've weathered the inside of the glass.
All right.
So you won't be able to see through it very well anyway. But there's weathering on the inside, the sort of brown and green streaks. You can kind of see it in there. And then I'll weather the outside once I've unmasked it too. So that's going to be quite fun. So I've got a mask colour and then paint it blue as well. When I'm actually going to get around to doing the painting bit, I don't know.
Yeah.
Do we have a deadline for when we want to get these done?
No deadline at all.
Okay.
Because I've still got the base to do. I've still got the masks to sort out and get right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I've got quite a bit to do as well.
I'll have a look at this prop as well. What do you suggest with heating the prop up then? Do you think a hairdryer will do it?
Hairdryer.
Yeah.
Yeah. don't use a flame because you'll just knacker it completely.
Right. So
So
hairdryer and then just bend it in bits.
Yep. Bend it in hairdryer and bend it in stages.
Okay.
Slowly, catch your monkey.
Okay. I will do that. Somewhere.
Cool.
So do it live? I don't know. It'd be worrying, wouldn't it?
No, don't do it live. Okay, we'll do it live then. On the next episode, come back and watch Malcolm bend his propeller live on the show.
Watch Malcolm mess his propeller up.
If that isn't something to come back and watch, I don't know what is. So,
all right. Well, next time you join us, we might have a bent propeller.
Yes. So, thanks very much for watching us, guys. Really appreciate you coming along. So, if you'd like to say your batty ties, Malcolm.
Bye-bye. I love you all. Take care. We'll see you soon. Be back on Tuesday?
Yep, Tuesday. Are you back on tonight with Models for Heroes?
Yes.
Cool. I will try and get in because I've got quite a bit to get done. So, thanks very much for watching, folks. Stay safe, keep modelling, and we will see you next week. Bye.
Bye.